Hey you guys, thanks for joining us again today for our chapter book story time here at the Caribou Public Library. So it's summer of 2021 and our summer reading program is still Tales and Tales regarding animals. And so along that theme, I decided to read the Great Illustrated Classics version of The Jungle Book by Rudyard Kipling. So today we get to start our new book. Chapter 1 is called A Man-Cub for the Wolf Pack. And we have pictures to look at every once in a while, so there we go. All right, so let's begin. Chapter 1. It was 7 o'clock on a warm spring evening in the Seoni hills of India when Father Wolf woke from his day's rest. "It's time to hunt again," he said as he yawned and stretched. Mother Wolf lifted her big gray nose from where it had been resting on her 4 little cubs as they tumbled and squealed before her. She frowned as she said, "Don't forget that Shere Khan is hunting up here in our hills." "Forget," began Father Wolf angrily. "That vicious tiger has no right coming up here. The law of the jungle says he's supposed to hunt where he lives, 20 miles away at the Wengana River. Not only will he scare away all our game for miles around, but he'll kill the villagers' cattle too. Then they'll blame us and hunt us down." Just then the angry whines of a hungry tiger drifted up from the valley below and into the wolf's cave. "Shere Khan is a fool," exclaimed Father Wolf. "He's announcing that he hasn't caught anything on his hunt. Does he think our deer are sitting and waiting for him?" "Hush," said Mother Wolf. "Listen, he's not whining now. He's purring. That means he's not hunting deer. He's hunting man." "What madness," said Father Wolf, baring all his white teeth. "The law of the jungle declares that jungle people may not eat man because he's the weakest of all the creatures. We may kill man only to teach our children how to kill. And then it must be done far from our own pack's hunting grounds." Here's the Father Wolf saying, "What madness." At that moment, the tiger's purring grew louder, ending in a howl. "Shere Khan has missed," said Mother Wolf. "I can see him from here," said Father Wolf at the mouth of the cave. "That fool jumped in a woodcutter's clearing and burned his feet. Now he's tumbling about in the bushes, muttering and mumbling savagely." Mother Wolf joined her mate at the cave entrance. "Something or someone is coming up the hill," she said. "We'd better be ready." As the bushes rustled, Father Wolf dropped to the ground, preparing to leap at whatever or whoever was invading his home and family. "Wait!" cried Mother Wolf. "It's a man-cub. Look, bring it here." Directly in front of them was a little baby who was just learning to walk. He looked into Father Wolf's face and laughed. Here he is. Because all wolves are accustomed to moving their own cubs gently, Father Wolf treated this man-cub no differently. He closed his jaws on the child's back and carried him to Mother Wolf without leaving a scratch, then laid him down among her cubs. "How little he is, how soft and how bold," said Mother Wolf as the baby pushed his way between the cubs to get at her milk. "What a thing I can boast of now, nursing a man-cub along with my own." "He's not afraid of anything, not you or me, and not the cubs," said Father Wolf. Just then a roar from the cave entrance announced the arrival of Shere Khan. "What do you want?" asked Father Wolf quietly, though his eyes blazed with anger. "The man-cub I was chasing. I forced its parents to run off, and it belongs to me." "Give it to me!" roared Shere Khan. Father Wolf knew that the cave entrance was too small for the huge tiger to fit through, and he shouted back boldly, "We wolves don't take orders from cowardly killers." Here's Shere Khan approaching the entrance. "From cowardly killers who only attack cattle and cubs. The man-cub is ours, to kill if we choose." "How dare you talk of choosing? I, Shere Khan, demand that cub." Mother Wolf sprang away from her cubs and faced the tiger's blazing eyes. "And I, Raksha the demon, defy you. The man-cub is mine. He shall not be killed. He shall live to run and hunt with our wolf pack, and in the end you, hunter of little cubs, you shall be the one he hunts. Now go, you cowardly beast with burned paws." Father Wolf knew how strong-willed and shrewd his mate was, and he knew that they were in a better position inside the cave than the tiger was at the entrance. Shere Khan knew this too, so he backed off, growling and shouting. "We'll see who lives and runs and hunts. We'll see what your pack says about protecting a man-cub. That cub is mine, you bush-tailed thieves." Once Shere Khan was gone, Father Wolf said thoughtfully, "Part of what Shere Khan says is true. We must get the pack's approval before we can accept the man-cub. Are you sure you want to keep him?" "Keep him," gasped Mother Wolf. "That poor little cub came here alone and hungry, yet he wasn't afraid. That tiger butcher would have killed him and then run away, while the villagers here would take revenge on us. Certainly I'll keep the cub. See how he's jumping around like a little frog, like a Mowgli. That's what I'll call him, Mowgli the Frog. The day will come, my husband, when Mowgli will hunt Shere Khan, just as that tiger has hunted him. The law of the jungle requires that when wolf cubs are old enough to stand, their father must present them to the pack for inspection. Once the cub is accepted, he may run free wherever he pleases." There he is, jumping around. So on the next full moon, when their cubs were standing, Father and Mother Wolf took them and Mowgli to the Council Rock, a hilltop covered with stones and boulders. On this night, over 40 wolves had gathered in a circle, while their cubs tumbled over each other in the center. At the top of the hill, stretched out on a large flat rock with his head on his paws, lay Akela, the lone wolf, the strong and cunning leader of the pack. Akela's repeated cries of, "Look well, O wolves, you know the law," reminded the pack to inspect the cubs carefully. When Father Wolf decided the time was right, he pushed Mowgli into the center of the circle, where the baby sat laughing and playing with some shiny pebbles. At that moment, a roar came from behind the rocks, the roar of Shere Khan. "The cub is mine! Give him to me! A wolf pack has no need of a man-cub!" Akela never raised his head from his paws, or even twitched his ears, as he calmly said, "We do not take orders from anyone in the jungle except the leader of our pack." Here they are with all of the cubs at the top of the rock here. 40 wolves growled in agreement, except for a brazen 4-year-old who asked, "Why does our pack need a man-cub anyway?" Now, the law of the jungle states that if there is any disagreement about accepting a cub, that cub must have 2 members speak on his behalf. So, Akela called out, "Is there any wolf here who will speak for this cub?" After a long silence, one animal rose on his hind legs and grunted. It was Baloo, the sleepy brown bear, who taught all of the wolf cubs the law of the jungle. Baloo was able to roam freely among the wolves because he wasn't a meat eater who would take their food. He ate only nuts and honey and roots. "I speak for the man-cub," said Baloo. "He can't do us any harm. Let him run with the pack, and I'll teach him the law of the jungle along with the other cubs." "We need another person besides Baloo," said Akela. Here's Akela. A huge dark shadow dropped down into the circle. It was Bagheera, the Black Panther. Even though Bagheera had a voice as soft as honey and skin softer than silk, he was a bold, cunning, and reckless jungle hunter. "I know I have no right to be at your council meeting," purred Bagheera, "but the law of the jungle says that a cub's life may be bought for a price, even by someone outside the pack. Am I right?" "Yes, good," came the chorus of voices. The pack knew that the price would surely be a good meal. The shrewd Bagheera went on. "Killing that cub now would be a shame, when he might very well be more fun for you to chase when he's grown. So I'll buy his life with a fat bull I just killed a little way down the hill." The pack shouted their approval and within moments had disappeared down the hill. Only Akela, Bagheera, Baloo, and Mowgli's family were left at the rock to face Shere Khan Shere Khan's angry roars at losing the man-cub. Here's a picture of Bagheera and Baloo and the wolf family. Roar your anger now, mumbled Bagheera, for the time will come when this man-cub will make you roar in fear. I know this will happen because I know man. You did well, Bagheera, said Akela. We know that man is very wise, and this one may help the pack when he's older. One day, my strength will be gone, and I'll be killed by the pack. Then they'll need a new leader. Your little frog may be that leader. Akela turned to Father Wolf and added, Take the man-cub away and raise him as you would your own cub to become one of the jungle people. And that is how Baloo's good words and Bagheera's newly killed bull made it possible for Mowgli to become part of the Sioni wolf pack. Chapter 2 is for next time. All right, so thanks for joining us today, and we will see you then. Bye for now.